Hey everybody, this week's Torah portion is Parsha Vayeshev, and we will be celebrating this coming up week the holiday of Hanukkah. So I want to give you a little beautiful idea about the holiday of Hanukkah. Every day of the holiday we will be reading a special prayer called the Al Hanisim, and it describes the great miracle that happened and the reason that we are celebrating this holiday. Now what's interesting is that if you read that little prayer, you will not find any mention of the mitzvah of the miracle of the candles burning for 8 days. All it talks about is the miracle of us beating the Greek army, the miracle of the battle, the fact that the few beat the many. Now, why is that? So our rabbis tell us that because really that was the main miracle. The main miracle was far greater miracle that the Jewish people were able to take out the Greek army than it was that candles burned 7 extra nights. Now, while both are miraculous, if you wanted to know which was a far greater miracle, the rabbis in making this prayer hinted to us, well actually the Maccabees in making this prayer hinted to us, or not even hinted, straight out told us that it was far more miraculous the fact that they were able to win the war than the fact that the candles burned for 8 days. Now, while it's very interesting, it's a little hard to understand why is it that if that was the bigger of the two miracles, why don't we do anything to celebrate that? Why is it that the way we celebrate Hanukkah is through a menorah, which has nothing to do with the war? It just represents the miracle of the candles burning for extra days and the fact that we got the temple back. Why was that the thing that the rabbis chose to forever remind us of what happened during that time period? Why didn't they do something that reminds us of the war, the fact that we won a war? Why focus on the menorah? And our rabbis say the reason is because had we walked away and said we won the war, then really the Greeks did win. Because what they were trying to do was to create a mindset where what your value system should be is, did you win the fight? Are you bigger? Are you stronger? Are you more powerful? And if that's what we would have focused on, if every year we would have sat around and said, let's do something to commemorate the fact that we beat a bigger army, then the Greeks did win the war. Because they were trying to get us to believe in a value system that was different than ours. So what did we do? We said, no, what we're going to do is celebrate through the menorah, a piece of the temple, to remind us that the whole point of fighting was not because we wanted to prove our strength. It was all about us being able to be close to God through the temple. And once we won that temple back, that's when we considered the victory to have been done. Because for us, the victory was a spiritual fight. It was not a physical fight. And that's what we choose to focus on. So this week, when we light our menorahs, let's just try to remember the fact that this really represents us saying that it's not about the physical, it's about the spiritual, and that's how we recall the miracle of Hanukkah. Everyone have a Shabbat Shalom.